What is going on, everybody? This is a this is a joke. I'm probably going to be a little bit more animated, a little bit more angry in today's show because I'm kind of fed up. I am kind of fed up with what is going on with the Cleveland Browns. The Browns currently, right now, as I'm streaming this, are losing 34-10. This is a yet another game where they have not scored 20 or more points. This is another game where the offense looks inept. It's another game where receivers and other playmakers are not catching the ball or doing what they should be doing. It's another game where your quarterback looks absolutely horrible. It's another game where your offensive line looks horrible. It's another game where basically your entire offensive scheme and game plan look totally and categorically disastrous. And it is not just a this year thing, it is the past season and a quarter. You have 21 games where your offense looks like dog shit. It looks like dog shit. And at some point, you guys know, I have been a Kevin Stefanski defender. I think he's a good coach. I can't excuse this anymore. I can't excuse what I'm seeing. I can't excuse what the plan or the game plan is or the offensive scheme that Kevin Stefanski and whatever minds that are collaborating in Berea, what they're cooking up. Because what they're cooking up is nothing but pure bullshit. It's pure bullshit. I'm going to be swearing. I'm going to be yelling. I'm not even going to try to yell. I'm not going to try to yell. But I am so freaking frustrated with this offensive output, this offensive game plan, this offensive identity that the Browns think that they have that just clearly isn't working. And when it's clear that what they are planning to do and what they are doing is not working, and your coach decides not to deviate from said plan, that makes it even more frustrating. Because what you are clearly doing is clearly not working. And yet you still decide to bash your head into the fucking wall, thinking that it will work. And it's not working. Joe Flacco is not an NFL quarterback anymore. He's not. You look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old. The dude looks like an NFL quarterback. Joe Flacco looks like an uncle at a barbecue. He doesn't look like an NFL quarterback anymore. I just watched a highlight video from 2015 of the Browns versus the Ravens, where Josh McCown and the Browns came back and beat the Ravens in a comeback victory in 2015. Joe Flacco looks like a completely different person from 10 years ago, okay? He does not look like an NFL athlete. He's not an NFL athlete. They brought him back as fan service and as a last-ditch effort to try and see if they could catch lightning in a bottle once again. The Cleveland Browns' offensive identity is just a joke. It's a joke. It is not worthy of being an NFL offense. And I have been defending Kevin Stefanski. I have said that, I've been trying to give him the benefit of the doubt for so many times, but I'm starting to waver on my patience with Kevin Stefanski because since 2023, you fired Alex Van Pelt. The Browns had 6 or 7 different offensive linemen in 2023. The offensive line has not looked this bad. The offensive line hasn't looked this bad since 2023. You went to the postseason with Joe Flacco. You went 4-1 with Joe Flacco. Ever since then, this offense has been downright horrible. And I have to wonder, did the success of the offense from 2020 to 2023 have anything to do with Alex Van Pelt? Because when Alex Van Pelt left, since he left after being mysteriously let go in 2024 before the season started, nobody knows why Alex Van Pelt got fired. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. You let Alex Van Pelt go, you let Stump Mitchell go from the running back room. What happened there? Ever since then, Your running backs have been mediocre at best, and your offense has been downright fucking horrible. So I have to wonder, was Alex Van Pelt really the mastermind behind the quote unquote Kevin Stefanski offense? Because if that's the case, we need to bring him back. Because what I'm seeing today on the offense, like, you've already had Ken Dorsey come in. You had Ken Dorsey come in last year. Oh, Ken Dorsey's gonna allow and open up, the offense, allow receivers to create choice routes and all this other stuff. That didn't work out. Okay, so we'll put the blame on Ken Dorsey. It was Ken Dorsey's fault. Josh Allen and Buffalo, they didn't have a good relationship, with Ken Dorsey. And look, ever since Ken Dorsey left Buffalo, Josh Allen and the Bills' offense have been thriving since he left. Okay, fine, we'll put the blame on Ken Dorsey. Now we're going back to Kevin Stefanski's offense. We're going back to the 12 personnel, the play action, under center, bootlegs, all this other stuff. And we're going to have Tommy Rees, who is a good up-and-coming young mind on the offensive side of the ball, to come on in and be the offensive coordinator so they can collab and all this other stuff. And still your offense looks like dog shit. So let me figure this out. There's a common denominator here. Kevin Stefanski, you're the only guy left. You're the only guy left, man. Okay? And like I said, I have been a defender of Kevin Stefanski. I have given him the benefit of a doubt so many times. But now, even now, I am starting to wither in my patience for what this offense has been doing. Because I don't know if it's Kevin's plan, or if it's AB's plan, or if it's Tommy Rees, or whoever the fuck is coming up with these dog shit plans, because we had the same thing last year with Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, he gives us the best chance to win, even though statistically he was one of the worst quarterbacks in the last 25 years of the NFL. He was one of the worst quarterbacks in 25 years of the NFL, the last 25 years. You still put him out there week after week after week, even though your offense couldn't do shit with him under center. And you kept trying to gaslight everybody into thinking that he was going to be great and he gives you the best chance to win. And now you're doing the same freaking thing with Joe Flacco when you have two rookies sitting behind him who maybe could do better, who maybe could do worse. Who knows? It really can't get worse at this point. If there's somehow a way for this offense to get worse, then holy shit, we got to clean house. We have to clean house, because what we're doing now is just insanity. It's continuing to do the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. This is what the Browns are doing. And it's just so freaking frustrating. It's so frustrating when you see other teams who have competent NFL offenses, who can run basic things, who can catch the freaking ball. Jerry Jeudy is the definition of mid. He is a horrible number one receiver. He is not a number one receiver. Isaiah Bond looks better today than Jerry Jeudy. And Isaiah Bond wasn't even practicing with anybody because he was having to go to court on sexual assault allegations against the guy. So Isaiah Bond looked better today than Jerry Jeudy. Harold Fannin still looks good. Your rookies still look good. Why in God's name are we still putting out a 40-year-old man who cannot run, who is sitting behind an offensive line that is so old and decrepit, it's like from the Soviet Union era? That's how old this offensive line is. It just boggles my mind, guys. And I want to know what you guys think in the chat, because I know a lot of you guys are feeling the exact same way that I'm feeling right now. So please put your thoughts down in the chat below. But guys, I'm so freaking frustrated with this team. I'm so frustrated with this organization. I just don't understand what the hell we're doing. There's no rhyme or reason or plan to say that this is an effective offense that should be, happening in the NFL. There's no rhyme or reason. None. You have more talent than you did back in 2017, and yet you're scoring the same amount of points as you did in 2017 when you went 0-16. Explain that to me. Somebody explain this to me. Adam says they should consider starting Shador. He looks way better. Guys, okay, Shador Sanders is not going to play. He's not going to play unless Dylan Gabriel gets hurt and Joe Flacco gets hurt. Shedeur Sanders is probably not going to play. I don't mean to burst your bubble. He's not going to play probably this year. He's probably not going to play this year. Okay? It's going to be Dylan Gabriel. So you're going to have Dylan Gabriel be in this position as the backup quarterback. Unless Dylan Gabriel is so unbelievably horrible and Joe Flacco's hurt or sick or something or just dies because he's so fucking old, you're going to have to live with Dylan Gabriel as your quarterback. You're going to have 2 offensive tackles. I know Mary Kay Cabot put out a report earlier today that the Browns are looking for left tackle help. They're going to probably try and trade somebody to get a left tackle in here. Good luck finding anybody who would do that, who would trade a left tackle to the Cleveland Browns, at least a starting caliber left tackle to the Browns. I don't know who would do that, but apparently they're in the market. But you're going to have to be, because Cornelius Lucas looks like dog shit. Your other KT Levinson looks like dog shit. Joe Flacco was getting pressured nearly 95% of his dropbacks today. It was just ridiculous. And this is my issue, guys. I don't understand what we're doing. This is my problem. What the fuck are we doing? What is the plan? Why are we having to sit through watching Joe Flacco, who we know what Joe Flacco is? We know what type of player Joe Flacco is. He's an old man who can't run. He's a statue. He can't do anything anymore. Why are we sitting through this anymore? Why are we sitting through this? What's the plan? Or can Dylan Gabriel run an offense? Yes or no? That's what I want to ask. Can Dylan Gabriel call plays? Can Dylan Gabriel see defenses? Can Dylan Gabriel throw a football? If your answer to all 3 of those questions is yes, put him out there. Put him out there, because he'll be better than fucking Joe Flacco. I'm so frustrated, guys. I'm so frustrated. Ohio Sportscast says we are cooked. Yes, we are. We've been more than cooked. We're fucking well done. We're well done, buddy. We're past cooked. We're well done. Tiana Harris, they should consider Shedeur. He looked good. Guys, they're not playing Shedeur. Shedeur's not playing. Shedeur is not going to play. Dylan Gabriel is going to be playing. Dylan Gabriel is going to play. Okay? Unless Dylan Gabriel gets hurt and Joe Flacco gets hurt, Shedeur Sanders is probably not going to play this season. And if he does play, it'll probably be the last 4 games of the season when the Browns are like 1-11 or 1-13. Just saying. I'm just saying, guys. The Shedeur Sanders thing is not going to happen until probably later on in this season. Probably until December. He probably won't play until December. Just letting you guys know that right now. So all of you who are like, we need to play Shedeur, it's not going to happen until probably weeks 13 or 14 in the season. It's not going to happen. But again, you have today, Jerry Jeudy's dropping passes left and right, flipping out, looking like a moron. I mean, Harold Fannin is doing the best he can. Quinshon Judkins is doing the best he can. Last time I checked, he was running over 4 yards a carry. Jerome Ford continues to be useless. Dylan Sampson only had 1 carry for -2 yards. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing here? This is the joke. This is a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. This is not an NFL offense. This is not an NFL organization. It feels like we're just run by a group of amateurs trying to figure out how things work. And the problem is that these guys think they are so smart. That's the most frustrating thing. These guys think they are so fucking smart. They think they are so much smarter than everybody because they went to Harvard or they went to Penn or they went to all these Ivy League schools, and they're going to outthink and outsmart everybody. And they're trying to, and you know what? That square peg is going to fit through that round hole because we're going to figure out a way. And they keep doing it. They keep doing it. And we've been trying to put the square peg through the round hole for the last 2 years, and it doesn't work. And they don't want it. They don't want to change. I don't get it. Tiana says, "Well, anyone else but Flacco?" I agree. Flacco cannot play next week. He can't play next week. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care if you're in London. I don't care. If you're an NFL quarterback, you have to play. I'm so sick and tired of this coddling bullshit. I'm so sick and tired of this coddling mentality. It's not like Dylan Gabriel is a first overall pick or a first round pick. He was taken in the 3rd round. He was taken in the 94th pick. Put him out there. Put him out there. Let him do something. Let him do something. Let him play the game. Because Joe Flacco's not doing anything for you. Joe Flacco's not doing anything for you. Why are you putting him out there? Why are you putting him out there? There's no fucking reason why Joe Flacco should be starting games instead of Dylan Gabriel. Put the rookies out there, man. All of your rookies have looked good so far. Maybe your rookie quarterbacks can look good too. And if that's the case, then we hit a grand slam of a draft class. Because all of your rookies, Isaiah Bond, Quinshon Judkins, Dylan Sampson, Harold Fannin, I mean, all these guys, Carson Schlesinger, Mason Graham, all these guys look freaking good. Maybe your quarterback's going to look good too. Who knows? You have to put them on the field first before you figure this fucking thing out. It's just, is everyone else as frustrated as me? I feel like these thoughts have been building up for so long. So long. And I don't get it, guys. I really don't. I don't know what this plan that they cooked up in this offseason. I don't know what this plan is. But clearly it's not working. It's not working. And it's like the frustrating part with today is that your defense played outstanding. Your defense played outstanding. The final score does not tell you how good this defense played. The offense basically gave the Lions 17 free points today. How many times did they have to work with a short field? How many times did they score? They scored at least 2 touchdowns off of Browns turnovers and a field goal off of a Browns turnover. The offense gave them 17 points, gift wrapped it to them, basically. Like again, you're getting into the part of the season now. You already played 4 games. You're 1-3. You're going to go into the part of the season. You're a quarter of the way through. You're going to go into the part of the season now where guys are going to start checking out. Because they're going to be like, why are we putting in all this effort when the offensive side of the ball doesn't do their damn job? And again, special teams, muffed punt. DeAndre Carter continues to be absolutely horrible as a returner. Fair catches the ball at the 7-yard line. Doesn't even let it bounce to try and get a touchback. You're at the 7-yard line. I think that was the same possession that caused it to be the Joe Flacco interception. I could be wrong. But Bubba Ventrone continues to absolutely dazzle us with all of the innovations that he has on the special teams side of the ball. Allows a punt return for a touchdown, missed field goal. Continues to be amazing at his job, Bubba Ventrone. And again, guys, after 2023, shit's gone downhill. Shit's gone downhill. There's only one constant here. That's Kevin Stefanski. What's going on, Beast Squirrels? Their ass water. Joe Flacco needs to retire. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Joe Flacco cannot play another down. Joe Flacco cannot play another snap unless Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders are sick and hurt or whatever. There's no reason why Joe Flacco should play another snap in the NFL. There's no rhyme or reason why. None. This team is done, yeah. Beast Squirrels, you're right. The team is done. They're well done. They're cooked well done. This is not an NFL offense. This is not an NFL offense. This is not an NFL organization. This is a joke. And I like I said before, I said at the beginning of the stream, we'll go for about another 20 more minutes because I got stuff to do. I know you guys have other stuff to do as well. And thank you guys so much for coming out here on your Sunday night to hear me rant. But I'm just so frustrated with Kevin Stefanski. I'm so frustrated with his offense. I'm so frustrated with his team. Your defense is doing literally everything. It's doing superhuman feats. It's doing superhuman feats on defense to try and keep you in games. They showed a graphic today where they're holding teams to just over 200 yards per game on defense. And that is the second lowest mark compared to the 2023 defense. Your defense is doing historic numbers, and your offense continues to be horrible because your offensive game plan in Maestro refuses to change anything. That's where we're at. That's our issue right now. We have a guy who has the reins of this offense who refuses to change. I am hoping that this week causes him to change the plan. I don't know what he has said as I started this stream. I don't know what he has said in the postgame. I'm hoping that he said that we are looking at a change at quarterback, because if he goes out here and says, we're sticking with Joe Flacco, I want every one of you to know that is coach speak for we are not going to try to win this year. We're not trying to win this year. I said this before the season started. We need to think of this as the 2017 season where we are just trying to get a high draft pick. If that is the case, if Kevin Stefanski comes out here and says, we are looking, we're sticking with Joe. We're sticking with him. We're sticking with him. Joe's our guy. That is telling you guys they are tanking. They are tanking for a high draft pick. That is 100% coach speak, coded language saying we are trying to go for the number 1 overall pick. If that is what he's going to say in this press conference, let me know if you guys see anything from the press conference. If Kevin Stefanski says anything about the quarterback situation, put it down in the chat for me, would you? I'd appreciate it. Read some of your guys' chat here. Ohio Sportscast, we are the Miami Dolphins. No, buddy, we're worse. We are worse than the Miami Dolphins. At least Tua at least has an excuse to where his brain is literally pudding. His brain is pudding. But they have two good wide receivers. They have, offensive line. It's just their quarterback. Beast Grills. And then the thing that's pissing me off is they want to bring Dylan Gabriel when the team is beat down and the score is out of reach to even come back to win. They bring Dylan Gabriel in because there's no pressure. That's why they bring him in, Beast Girls, because there's no pressure. It gives him game reps, quote unquote game reps, and allows him to go out there with no pressure and just basically be like a live scrimmage practice, almost like a preseason game. But at this point, you need to let him be in a regular season game, in an actual game that matters, because there's no reason why Dylan Gabriel should not be playing. There's no reason why Dylan Gabriel should not be playing right now for the Cleveland Browns next week as you go to London to face a Minnesota Vikings team that's not good. But this team is probably going to lose to the Vikings 17-3 because this team cannot score more than 13 points. They just can't. This offense cannot score more than 13 points. So all the Minnesota Vikings need to do is score 2 touchdowns and they win the game. That's all. That is all they need to do. That's all they need to do next week is just score 2 touchdowns, because this offense can't do anything but score 10 points and then they just punt the rest of the game. Regina Randon, they might as well put Dylan Gabriel in. It don't make a difference anyway. They lose. Yeah, it's true. It's true, Regina. It doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. It's just they just won't get out of their own way. They won't get out of their own way. And it's the most frustrating thing in the world. They come up with these plans before the season starts, and when it is clear that their plans are not working, when it is clear that their plan is not working, they don't care. It's the plan. We have to stick to the plan. The plan is the plan. And you know what? It's the greatest plan that has ever planned. That's the issue here. They don't want to change. They don't want to change and deviate from their plan because they think they're smarter than everybody. Kevin Stefanski does this when he calls game plans. When he's at 1st and goal from the 1-yard line last week, well, decides to do a bootleg out to the right and try and throw a play action fake to your center. That is how they think, guys. That's how they think. That's how they think. They think they're so much smarter than everybody. But yet they outsmart themselves to the point of stupidity. That's the issue we have. And I'm so over it. I'm so over it. I'm so done with everything. I'm so done with this team. It's like it's almost not even worth watching. It's not worth watching. Ohio Sportscast, stick to the Cleveland Guardians because they're in the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, at this point, yeah. I mean, just if you have a choice between watching the Cleveland Browns or the Cleveland Guardians, just watch the Cleveland Guardians. I know they were losing 4-2. I don't know. I could probably hear. I'm going to change it here really quick. Do I have it on? Or no, we have NFL Today or whatever. Changed it here. But yeah. This is... I mean, I don't know what else to say, guys. I really don't. I don't know what else to say. I think I kind of said everything I need to say. I mean, this is a joke. It's a joke. We got what, half an hour? Half an hour giving you guys my thoughts, my long rambling, unfiltered thoughts. Let me know, what do you guys think down in the chat? We'll wrap up here in a second, but make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Try to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there. So slowly but surely we're getting there. But thank you guys so much for coming out here tonight. I appreciate it. It is freaking hot as hell in my room right now. I'm sweating my butt off. But did anyone see what the what Stefanski said in his press conference? I have my phone acting as a light here, so I haven't been able to look on my phone. But does anybody have anything from Kevin Stefanski on the quarterback situation? Did he say if they're going with Dylan Gabriel or they stand with Joe? Anyone know? Because that to me is probably the last thing I want to get to is what do you call it? What is Kevin Stefanski going to say? I don't think he'll say anything. If he does, it'll be two things. Kevin Stefanski will say two things, okay? First one is he says that they're sticking with Joe and that Joe's their guy. Like I said, that is speak code for we're punting on the season. Do not think that we're going to win. We're not trying to win. Second is he gives a non-answer and says we're going to look at it this week. Joe Flacco will play week 5. Okay, guys, so yeah, there you go. They're punting on the season. They're punting on the season. They're not trying to win. They're not trying to win, guys, okay? There's your confirmation. There's your confirmation. Kevin Stefanski says Joe Flacco is playing week 5. There's your confirmation, guys. Yeah, Todd, same shit, different year. That is code speak for we are punting on the season. Do not think that we are trying to win. We are tanking. That is code Kevin Stefanski talk. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. Like I said, if next Sunday the Guardians and the Browns are on, don't even bother watching. I mean, if they're going to be on at different times. At this point, don't even bother going and watching the Browns. We're going to lose 14-3 in London. We'll lose 14-3 in London. You know, it's a joke. It's a joke, guys. Where there's no point in having Joe Flacco play football for you. And they just confirmed they are not trying to win this year. They are going to go for a high draft pick. So I think that just shows you, that just shows me. Do not get angry. Do not get upset. Do not break your TV, your remote. Do not do anything in regards to the Cleveland Browns, because they just confirmed to you right now that the Cleveland Browns are tanking for the number 1 overall pick. Kevin Stefanski just came out and said it out loud in this press conference. They are trying to tank for the number 1 overall pick. So do not get angry. Do not do anything to hurt yourself or to break anything in your home when you watch the Cleveland Browns, because just to let you know, they do not care. The Browns do not care. They do not care about winning a football game. So why should you care that they are losing a football game? Why should you care? Kevin Stefanski just confirmed that right now. They don't care about winning. So you should not care about them losing. Oh, boy. Oh, 4-3 Guardians? Okay. All right. I saw we were losing 4-2, so I'm glad we got a run back. I saw the Tigers were losing by 1. And I think, what do you call it? I don't know. There's like 7 different scenarios for the Guardians and who they're playing. I know we have the tiebreaker right now over the Tigers. I think if we win today and the Tigers lose, we play the Tigers, and if the Red Sox lose and we win, it's like there's like 6 different combinations and stuff about like who will play, what time we're gonna play, what seeding we're gonna be, all this other stuff. But I mean, I hope the Guardians win. That's why I'm wearing the Guardians cap. I was wearing an Indians jersey when I went out earlier today to watch the Browns in the first half. So I thought they were going to be on at 1 o'clock, but I guess they're on at 3. But yeah, guys. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, that was the last thing I wanted to see with what Kevin Stefanski said about who's starting next week. But he confirmed it's Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is going to be playing in London, guys. Confirmed that the Browns are not going to try to win. They're not going to try and win any football games or to develop their rookie quarterbacks. Because, frankly, I think that also just shows that they don't believe in any of their rookie quarterbacks either. They don't believe that Dylan Gabriel's ready. They don't believe Shador's ready. Yeah, I mean, they don't care. So if you're going to care about football, care about college football, care about watching Dante Moore in Oregon, who literally looks like C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels combined. Watch Fernando Mendoza, who looks like Jared Goff. I would say you could watch John Mateer in Oklahoma, but John Mateer broke his hand, so you're going to have to wait a month for him to come back. Cavaliers are starting in a couple of weeks. Yeah, guys, I mean, there's just no fucking reason why this team should get any of your attention. It's just listen, look at B Scrolls in his chat. Yeah, at this point it's about the Guardians, Buckeyes, and Cavaliers. Personally, I'm not a Buckeyes fan, not an Ohio State fan. I don't really care about Ohio State, or I'm not really a fan of any college football team. I just like college football in general. But yeah, at this point, this team just confirmed it to you today. They don't care about winning. They're not going to care about winning. It's all about 27 in the draft pick. Do not get angry with them losing. Although you could be mad at Kevin Stefanski for continuing to have horrible offensive game plans. Yeah, I mean, this is about it, guys. I don't know what else to say. I think we'll probably wrap it up here. 35 minutes. We went on a pretty good a run here. But thank you guys so much for coming out here on your Sunday afternoon/evening. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and 1-3, probably go 2-15 the rest of the season. So it's another it's another feather in the cap in terms of embarrassing Browns losses. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys all in another